Hello, welcome to the Friday edition of Minute of the Apes, the podcast where we break down every minute of the Planet of the Apes movies, giving you every detail that we can find, scrutinizing everything. I'm your host, Todd. My friend on the other end is Sean. Say hi, Sean.
Hey. Hi, Sean.
So, we are at minute 35.
Yep.
You know, and minute 35, I'm trying to think of how I want to say this. You know, I'll start with where we are. It begins with Taylor rolling in the corn. It ends with him clutching a rather ketchup-laden neck. Would you agree? Very ketchup.
Yeah, I mean, the 60s had very strange blood colors. It almost looks like ketchup or paint. It doesn't look like blood. It
is rather odd. And I'm sorry, we're having a little bit of technical issues with recording. It's working, but I had to fix something. Sorry about that, everybody. I guess that is the final effect of the hangover right there.
Yes.
You've all endured my hangover for a week. Thank you so much. We are currently with 3 astronauts, one lovely but prune-faced dead woman at the bottom of a lake somewhere that they've forgotten. We have a bunch of hippies jumping into ditches, and we have apes literally everywhere. A shrewdness of apes everywhere.
Yes.
Is that pretty accurate?
Yes, you are on target.
So I have to start the week, and this is where I was getting at. Is Dodge dead?
I'm assuming he got shot through the back of the neck, but A, there's no exit wound, and B, it literally looks like somebody just put paint on the back of his neck. There's no finesse to that wound at all. They spent their budget on horses and ape costumes, and that means we're not going to put a wound on you. We're just going to put a little paint on you.
As you said that, it finally occurred to me what it looks like. If you've ever played paintball and you see the trail of paint, it looks like the apes are shooting paintballs at them instead, because it literally has that splat mark with a trail of blood that defies gravity because it goes down
to the side, yeah.
Yeah, instead of, eventually dripping
instead
down.
Instead of going down the neck, it went to the side of the neck.
Yeah. It is so literally painted on there that it's a little bit painful.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that he's dead, and if it is, we have now killed our first female in the movie, and now we've killed the only minority in the movie.
Well, we had to include them, and now they're gone. That's the way of the 60s. So the apes, and boy, I'm going to digress just in case I was so joking about that. No one take offense to that. But the apes, they're digging trenches for people to fall into. We've already gone on about that they're hoarding in on different sides of the cornfield, but now they're running people over cliffs. But those are dug ditches. They aren't natural, correct?
I don't think they're natural. Yeah, I'm looking at it.
They seem to be somebody came out there with some shovels. Maybe it was the baby gorillas, and they had to dig the trenches.
I mean, are these people pests? Why? I just don't understand what the hunting down is at this point. I mean, there's plenty of corn, so they weren't like vermins eating the corn, and they're up in the trees getting the coconuts or whatever down.
Right.
Why are they hunting them down? What is their issue with these people?
Well, I don't know, but this minute really allows me to at least really believe that this is a formed effort, because the horses are in formations towards the center of the corn, like they're rounding people up almost like they're cattle. They're pushing them towards something. If they dug these ditches, these are very smart apes. They know what they're doing. But it gets to the point where in the previous minute we talked about people falling over that 15-foot area. There is one actor, and this is one of the places where if you really watch, an actor runs in and almost falls into the ditch against the sloping far side, and I swear to God, it looks like his knee hyperextends.
Yeah. Oh. I was literally just looking at that right now. Not only did he do that, he almost jumped right on another guy when he did that.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, I mean, he almost just plows into another guy and hyperextends his knee at the exact same time.
It looks horrifically painful. And I know people get hurt making movies, but Jesus, when you break these things down like that, you begin to see, oh, crap.
OSHA should be taking notes on this movie.
The apes fire from the hip.
Yeah.
They do not aim down their sights. They are damn good shots when firing from the hip. If I do that when I play Call of Duty, I don't hit anybody.
You don't hit anybody when you play Call of Duty regularly.
In
So
my
come on.
mind, I do. Back off, buddy. But it does have this weird. There's almost a majestic sense to the way the apes will stop on a horse and kind of swing to the camera. Love the shot, but the fact that they don't then raise their rifle to shoot, they just fire from the hip and it boom, and they nail somebody. You go back to when Dodge gets shot, it has that same effect. It's not somebody looking down the barrel; it's sort of a bullet being flung. They're scary, precise with their guns.
Yep. And we got more jumping off cliffs into the water and the sand. And those apes are hardcore, just beating people with their rifle butts. They don't give a shit about anything.
There's one that ends up in the ditch down there, and he's taking a rifle from the barrel over his head and just whacks the shit out of somebody. And it's like, well, I don't know. Again, are you collecting cattle herd type things? Are you slaughtering for meat? Who knows if they're eating these humans, but holy crap, they're abusive, and they have some anger management issues.
Yeah, they don't give a about what's going to happen to these people. I'm also wondering, maybe, I don't know, we'll find out in future minutes if Dodge is dead or not, because Taylor took a shot to the neck and he's still alive. So there's always a possibility that Dodge might still be alive, but we'll find out later, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe when you shoot from the hip, you meant to hit the head, but you hit the neck, because they both get shot in approximately the same-ish type manner. So what I love, though, as Taylor gets shot, the clutching of his throat, you can almost see that somebody put a blood pack and said, smack your throat, and it splatters the blood. And as we said earlier, it is the reddest blood you've ever seen. It does not have that deep crimson color. It is almost orange.
It's just Sherman Williams red.
That's what they did. They had to cut the budget on the blood because of the ape makeup. So someone said, go to Sherman Williams, get a little bit. We'll put it in a little packet, and he can slap it on there.
We spent all our money on horses. Horses and corn. Horses and corn. Why did we not save money for blood?
It's the absolute worst producing in the whole world, that all they thought about was horses and blood. Or actually what they didn't think about was horses and blood. Either way.
Yeah.
So I brought it up before, but Goldsmith's score in this is stinking impressive. How it goes from the percussive chaos to almost a Bernard Herrmann-like string screech from Psycho with a this man, I wonder if you put a different composer with this, they're obviously going to make something that works. But I think it's a pretty impressive action scene. When you cut this together, when you see this, we are seeing apes for the first time. They look realistic enough, especially from the 60s, that we're thinking, wow, they're hoarding these people together. They're doing it. We feel lost. How much of it, though, is Goldsmith's score that... it's killing it. It's pretty much owning everything that's going on.
That's a good point. The music is an important part of this, especially in the first half hour where nothing was happening.
Right. But so we end there in that minute with Taylor slapping at his neck, stumbling kind of around a little bit. To sum up the week, we've joked up till now that it's been a bunch of asshole astronauts going along through the desert. At least in this 5-minute stretch, holy shit, things
Stuff
changed.
happened.
Yeah, it opened up. But that's as far as my notes. Do you have any comments for the week? You have any things other than that?
That's it. I think you need to wrap this up so that you can go get Bloody Mary and get over this week.
Oh, God, I hate to be that way, but the older I get, I do have to go for hair of the dog to make something go away. So I'm going to say goodbye to everybody and say, yeah, I'm probably going to go hit a bar pretty early, or just simply go sit in my own kitchen and drink away and make myself unmiserable.
Yum.
All right, so that's another week, Minute of the Apes. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you'll take the time to come visit us at our website, minuteoftheapes.com. Reach out to us through our social media links. Send us an email. Participate with us. Follow us. Tell your friends about us. That's a huge part. Tell your friends about us. Let them know that we're here. So we look forward to talking to you guys next week. For myself, Todd, and my friend on the other end, Sean, thank you again, everybody. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week on Minute of the Apes.